Welcome back to the Red Store, and today we're talking about My Hero Academia chapter 307, It's Been a While. Right at the beginning of the chapter, we just get a sense of how widespread the destruction and chaos is from not only just the raid, but also the jailbreak, and how, they all for one, he was smart enough to scatter just all those villains, just that way the heroes aren't able to focus on him. And you can see the byproduct of that. They have an entire section of this city just destroyed and in chaos. Most of all the people have fled to Ketsubisu High School, but some people, like I said, in this type of day and age and time where everyone has a quirk, some people, they're gonna stand their ground and they're not gonna run. They're gonna fight back because everybody does have a quirk, and we do know that somehow regular people are getting their hands on hero support tech. So that's just giving them the means to, anybody who said, like, no, I'm not going to run. The heroes, they're all quitting. They can't be trusted. It's just us in this. There's nobody out here to help us. So here we are. So let's come together and protect, our stores, our home. This is our city. We're not going to flee to some high school. And, we have two of the students from Ketsubisu, their job, they're sending their students out just to round up as many people from these danger zones as they can and get them to come to the school. The two students that are in charge of this area of the city are Turtleneck and Grand. We did see them in the licensing exam. So, Grand, his power is vibration. So we can send out large vibrations, and if he exceeds his limit, the only issue is he won't be able to move for a little while. And Turtleneck, her quirk, I believe, is called Periscope, and she can kind of shrink her body inside of itself. It's kind of a weird quirk, but everybody can't have the flashiest thing. But they're out and they're trying to get these group of people that they've taken shelter inside of this building, and they fortified it somewhat. They've actually been engaging in some small skirmishes with whatever criminals and villains are out on the loose, because, they're saying, hey, we don't listen to you. The heroes left. You guys can't be trusted. How would we be any safer at your high school when they'll just attack the high school because we're all there? It doesn't make sense for us to come with you, and I defended my own store, with, my support items and whatnot. And, the kids are trying to explain to them that, listen, there's a different class of villain that's about, you have your standard, he's trying to rob your store, maybe has some extortion racket going on, minor crimes and things like that. There's villains that are motivated by a monetary purpose, and then there are other villains that are motivated by power, and they just have this need to they want to kill people. They want to exercise their quirk to do whatever it is that they please. So, they're trying to explain that to them so they can leave, because it's like, this isn't safe. That's great you were able to stop that guy that was stealing from your store, but how would you fare against someone who wants to kill you? It's a different fight. So, you need to take that into mind and come with us. But it's just not working, because in here you can see just how far apart, they are from Hero Society, because like I said, all the heroes are just up and quitting, and, they're doing different things. They're not doing their job anymore. But for the people that live here in these cities, a lot of them feel like, hey, you know what? I can't quit. I can't just quit. I can't just leave. This is my store. This is my neighborhood. I grew up here. I know this community. People, we all have those feelings about certain things. So of course, if you feel like you can fight and protect what's yours, you're going to stay there. And it's just widening this gap and divide between some of society and the failings of Hero Society. So so something needs to happen. Some Endeavor, the big three, whoever, they need to do something quick just so they can restore at least some faith in Hero Society. That way we don't have situations like this. But of course, they shoo off the kids, and they tell them, look, we're not going with you. Get out of here. We'll handle this on our own, because Hero Society can no longer be relied upon. So, and they do, as they're attempting to leave and I guess either look for more refugees, Turtleneck she gets a call and they're telling, hey, there's a jail, there's one of the villains that broke out of jail is in your area. You need to leave. They cut over to him smashing into this building. It's none other than Muscular. And of course, he's looking for a fight because, like they were trying to explain to the people, that's the type of villain he is. He just wants to fight and kill and test his strength against whoever is strong that will stand against him. And the kids now, unfortunately, this is the type of villain that's probably above their level because, they're told, hey, you got to retreat and get out of there immediately. But, in them doing the right thing, you have to prioritize human life. So they're trying to we need to, all right, Gran says, all right, you know what? I'll stand here and I'll take on Muscular. You go and you get those people out of that building because, this is exactly what we're talking about. So they split up and Gran, he goes back and forth with Muscular a little bit, but Muscular may have gotten stronger since his last fight with Deku because we know his quirk is he can add on layers of muscle to his body, making him, stronger, faster, and it gives his body density. So even if you were to say shoot him with a gun, it wouldn't break through all the built up layers of muscles that he has to get to his actual body. So it's almost like he can make a muscular shell around his real body that'll protect him from any damage. And that's exactly what he does in the fight with Gran, because of course he attacks him and Gran, he hits him with some high level vibrations, but it's just not enough. Muscular just straight out tells him, look, I have 12,000 layers of muscle covering my real body. It's not going to work. You got something else? Is there anybody else stronger around? Because, I'm looking for a good fight here. What's up? So Gran, he tries to respond. He's like, all right, cool. In these situations, you just got to go all out. I don't have any other choice. And of course he doesn't because, he's facing up against someone who wouldn't think twice about killing him. So he hits him with the strongest attack that he has, and Muscular, he covers his body with more muscles and it doesn't work because it just shows you the gap in their level. And of course, the same people that were in the building that they were trying to save, they're seeing this and they're watching it go down. And they're actually being proactive about it. And they're like, you know what? Come on, we got to go help save that kid. Even though Turtleneck, she's saying, no, we need to leave. This is exactly what I'm talking about. We can't stop a guy like that. We have to wait for, a pro or reinforcements to come. We can't just fight with this guy. And they're not listening to her. But obviously, they're not listening to her because, it's showing everything that they felt. Hey, you guys are powerless to help us. We're better off helping ourselves and, taking up more agency. And as they're going to help him, but the thing is, with all these people, Muscular, he sees it too, and he's excited because he's like, great, there's more heroes. I was looking for a better fight. Now that I'm done with you, it was cool. Your little quirk, it was cool for an appetizer, but I'm looking for a real fight. And almost on cue, you see the big smash, and it's Deku. He's there. He's he's there. He saves Gran, and he has that moment where he locks eyes with Muscular, and Muscular recognizes his voice because, of course, they had that big fight when the kids were off training their quirks in the mountains with the wild pussycats. But, so we're definitely going to see a round 2 to Deku versus Muscular. I think Muscular has gotten stronger just because he's doing a lot now that we did not see him do in that fight with Deku. So either he, I don't know how he got stronger being in jail, or if, he all for one did something to him before he let him loose to rampage across the city. But he's looking a lot stronger. But we also know that Deku is way stronger than he was during then as well. So should be a pretty good fight. And just like the way that Deku's drawn at the end, it's like you can recognize him, but you almost can't with his tattered costume. And I know he built his costume to have a smiling face on it, like All Might, to be reassuring and whatnot. But he actually looks pretty menacing in this chapter. Just the teeth showing and how you can see that he has a somewhat angered look on his eyes just because he sees who it is. It's Muscular. And of course, he's back up to the same his same old antics, you know, attacking people, fighting people, killing people for no reason. And we're about to have another big showdown. I'm looking forward to it. It was a shorter chapter this week, but, you know, there's a lot of hype, you know, seeing Muscular again. Deku, he's back in the action, even though, you know, the raid arc, it hasn't even been a week since the raids happened, and he's already back on his feet, ready to fight. So, you know, good to see his endurance, whatnot, his durability. Plus, it kind of just gives you, in my opinion, it just gives you a better view of All For One's master plan and just how well he put it together. Like, you know what? All right, I'm gonna break myself out of jail, but I'm gonna break into like a bunch of other jails and, you know, just set them up for issues that they can't possibly handle right now. That way they can't zero in on me and just attack us again before we're ready. And, you know, seeing this scene right here alone just shows you, you know, just how, you know, once again, a different class of criminal. You know, he's not some petty criminal that's out for cash, but he's also not just going to kill you for no reason. He has a master plan, and he knows what strings to pull to get what the results that he wants and how to manipulate society. And if you look at it, it's just one big manipulation of society, how now no one really has faith in heroes anymore. And in that type of environment, there's no telling what he could do. This allows you to appreciate, you know, his kind of master plan a little bit more. You know, just really good writing by Horikoshi and a really good chapter. So let me know what y'all think. I'll see y'all later. Peace.